pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Turn on your mic. Hey. We're not sure if everybody's going to be able to join us this morning. We'll probably be done before he gets on anyways, but I'll call this regular Board of County Commissioners meeting to order on March 12th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m.
Second.
Second. You're going to second me opening the meeting? Nice. We're also going to have to make all the motions today.
Yeah.
Hope you're ready. Hope you're ready. Chair would move to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Chair would move to approve the consent agenda items A through J.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Anyone from the public want to join us and share any comments? I would say no. You have any general discussion in the commission? All right, then we'll just move right along to staff reports, road and bridge. Bruce White, bid recommendations on cattle guard iron.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Last month, we went out for bids for our cattle guard iron. We got 3 bids returned to us. Craig Steele had a total bid of $15,275.90. Doherty Welding LLC from Pilot Rock, Oregon had a total bid of $20,931.80. And Peterson Metal Products from Ladore, Idaho had a total of $18,534. Our total budget, steel budget, which covers the cattle guard iron and miscellaneous steels that we use throughout the year, is $50,000. We would like to recommend to accept the bid from Craig Steele of $15,275.90.
You'd think freight would get those other guys on where they're at, bringing stuff to us.
Yeah.
I've known we had a couple of these bids before. This is the first time I've seen 3 of them.
Yeah.
3 different bids on that.
Yep.
It's kind of amazing. Really is.
I don't have any other questions.
Okay, I'll make a motion to accept the bid from Craig Steele for $15,275.90.
And 90 cents. Second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Neil probably didn't expect us to be rolling so quickly.
Done deal?
Done deal. Thank you so
Thanks.
much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Come in.
Want me to go get Neil?
Yeah, you will have to. Glad to give you your day back.
Thanks.
Yep. Waiting for Neil. Chris, did you get my message?
I did.
Yeah. I need to get your email address. I don't have that, but, do you want me to help facilitate a meeting?
No, I think I can handle it. I just wondered why you guys continue to finance the, voting machines. Say you don't have any power over the voting machines, but yet you continue, or this last budget, you paid for voting machines.
Because we don't have the ability to make the decision how they manage the rest of the election if we deny their budget, I think is part of it. So when you have the discussion with them about what they're doing, what their decision-making is, for us to deny that budget, then we have to come up with a whole plan of how they're gonna manage around that, and we have no authority to tell them how to manage around that. So I
We
think
could
that
just deny them the money, period. I mean, I don't understand, you have control over the county budget. And we, the people, have been asking you not to do the voting machines.
You've
And
been-
that would be a way to get rid of it. Did you two watch that movie, Let My People Go?
I have, but if you have the conversation with the elected official that can make the decision, that is helpful for us to be able to make the right decisions too. So you can ask the county commissioners not to do the things that the elections are doing, but we don't have the authority to tell them not to do that. We're not on a, we're not,
No, but you could deny them the funds.
I don't.
That's all I'm saying.
Right, I don't disagree with that, but I also am not gonna hamstring another operation without having a full conversation there where they make the decision. So I think that's where it needs to start and have that discussion about how they move forward with that change. We're not, I mean, we do act as county managers because we don't have a county manager, but we don't manage other elected officials.
Are they county funds or state funds?
For the election stuff, probably a mix of both, but I believe that the county funds.
County.
And if it's state funds, it's a little bit harder to deny.
Well, but they're all county funds because we take all of our county monies and we send them to the state. And it's kind of like, a child working a full-time job, and then they go and they give their parents all their money for their entire life because the parent says they have to pay them. If we could quit giving all of our county funds to the state and the federal government, we might have more control over what we do here in the county. But we've all been brainwashed and fear-mongered to believe that we have to send all of our funds there. Just think how much money the county clerk makes off of we the people collecting their revenue for license plates and permits and all that other stuff and title transfers. If that money didn't go anywhere, look at how rich this county would be. We might have even decent roads. You know, and if we kept the county taxes from going to the state and the federal levels, you know? Why are we collecting Colorado state taxes for the state? Why don't we hang on to those taxes? They came from we the people within the community.
Sure. That's a argument we'd have to have another day, or a discussion that we'd have to have another day, because that's,
Well,
there's
why
a lot
don't
of,
you research it?
there's a lot to go into that, but I'm gonna go back to our meeting now because we do have Neil here to present. So
Okay,
are you gonna be around for a little bit afterwards?
sure.
All right. Neil? We were way faster than you this morning.
You were.
Office of Development Services or contract change orders.
Good morning. All right, so I have two items. Second item regarding the courthouse demolition and SGLC has to be postponed.
Mute those other two mics.
Yeah,
Thanks.
we didn't receive that contract back from legal. I threw it on there hoping that we could squeeze it through, but I just got that contract back. I got to get signatures from the other party before we can move forward with presenting it.
Okay, so we'll just table that or
Yep.
move it to the next, okay?
So you have the contract amendment for ivory tip fencing. This is an amendment to add the demolition of the two fences on the north. Man, that thing is weird.
I don't know why.
We're gonna try to do it all in-house, but due to staff, we just don't have the manpower at this point to stay on time. So, we just did a change order for that, and Ivory Tip Fencing is willing to go ahead and do that. So it's an additional $14,400. We still stay under budget. We had budgeted for 300,000 on that. And this brings us up to about 265,000. So, the original contract was $76,725.83 for Ivory Tip. And this amendment increases that contract by $14,400, which makes that total contract now $91,125.83.
Okay. And typically on these bids where Commissioner Booyer's business has bid, he will recuse himself and step out, but we do not have Mr. Booyer in the building today, so just let the record show he's not on this vote.
Also, he was the only local contractor that bid on the
Yeah.
fence,
Right.
so trying to keep it local again.
Yeah.
Rather than
And I
asking
believe he
another
was
party.
still low bid as well.
Yeah.
Make a motion to approve the amended contract number 1 with county and Ivy Tip fencing for $91,125.83.
Second. Any further discussion? Okay, all in favor? Aye. All right, we'll put that SGLC change order on our next agenda, or if something, if we have a special meeting come up, we can let you know. on that.
Yeah.
Here, you want to make a motion to table that other one or no, for the record?
For the record, I would like to, yeah.
Well,
Do you want me to present anything on it so the public knows about it?
You can, it'll save you time. Next time we might be able to do it as a consent agenda. You want a
Yeah.
presentation and then just move it to the consent agenda?
Is that okay?
however you want to do it. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Do your presentation this morning and we can move it. to consent.
Transparency, right? So, we had an issue at the demolition with the asbestos abatement on the old courthouse, and we had shut the power or the water off to the building, but we had that cold spell that there was some remnant water in the pipes and it burst, and it caused what they call a spill with abatement. And what happened is the ceiling tile fell from the ceiling, hit the ground, and it sent the asbestos all over. It went down the hallways. So there's a whole process that they have to go through, and they had to delineate, and then it had to be tested. And so by doing so, that created an additional expense on that. That wasn't something that we had planned, but something that was out of our control as well. So I believe it's 26,000.
501.49.
Yep. So,
Well, there's retention in that, so the total is gonna be the 27,896.31.
correct. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
So just so you guys are aware, we'll have to, again, like I said, we'll table it, but at least everybody knows what's going on.
Well, and I don't think we need to table it necessarily. If we're waiting, our attorneys reviewed it, you just didn't get it in time for the meeting.
Yep.
And you need to get their approval and signatures. I think we can do that on the consent agenda next time.
Perfect.
Would be good.
All right.
All right.
you.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Good.
All right, then I will call this meeting adjourned at 8:43 a.m. Thank you.
You guys got mud at your house?
Do you have mud?
Yeah.
Are you asking for some more?
No, it seems like every time it's just about to dry out, it's muddy again.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd rather
We're
not.
supposed to have weather tomorrow too.
Well, you know, the mud finally dried out enough, it's not taking my shoes from.
Oh. Yeah, they said the one road over at the courthouse that cuts through by the racing chutes, they said we're gonna have to maybe get Road and Bridge in and help us with that. I drove past there yesterday after our electoral barn meeting and I was like, oh yeah, I could see how that would sink a vehicle.
Yeah.
But to your point about holding the taxes in the county, I think that there may come a day that something like that has to happen, but I think it has to be a very well coordinated effort.
Now, I think it.
And I think there has to be enough citizens that are willing to take a thump for that, right? So, I made that comment when they said, what teeth do we have in the immigration, situation?
If we don't.
Well, at the end of the day, maybe we just don't send our taxes anywhere else and we use everything that we collect in our county to manage our county.
I think we can start looking into it.
Yeah.
I really do. Because if you can control the money, you can control your community. And if you don't, if you keep sending it off to the federal and state governments, then they're gonna keep ruling us. And the Constitution was set up to, we the people had the most power, and then the counties had the next biggest power. And the state and the federal are way down the line, they're not supposed to be dictating to us the way they do.
That's right, put my name on there.
I still think you have to have a better coordinated effort. I think you can, it's kind of like one.
I know,
One
but we gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
And if I don't let you guys know, and the county clerk know, and some of these elected officials, what about all the money that they, the revenue they collect in the court, all the fines? That's a huge amount of money. I think this,
And then you have to
that we
be,
make over $1 million on fines and taxes in this community.
yeah. And then I think you have to have more coordinated than just our county, especially like with our district.